You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
I got very thin skin. Who? Well, we didn't mean to. If you want to pin it on something, pin it on that.
I could care less.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay, of course. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Ben,
Oh, how are you, friend?
quite well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Exciting, fun weekend
Coming
for
off
you?
a fun weekend. Well,
A little rainy.
There was some rain. There's a downside to the weekend. I was at Spartan Stadium yesterday.
I was going to ask you if you were there.
I
Oh,
did
my
go.
God. Did you bring a book? I hope you brought a nice book.
Oh my God, it would have been soaked. I couldn't bring a book. It was so wet, and
It was like so bad to watch, too.
oh, that team is.
Oh, they're just awful, Jay.
oh, up and down. It's such a bad team.
They're bad.
They're bad.
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 What is going on with? Does the team
He
just
has no
suck a dick
offensive line.
around him?
Yes, they're so slow. They have no offensive line. Just every
does that
facet of the game, they're
happen?
so bad.
How does that happen?
What do you mean? How does it happen?
How
You
does
have a
it
bad
happen?
offensive line. You
I know
suck.
that they've got a
You don't
great
change-
recruiter, a great coach. They've had great years. How does the cabinet get so bare?
That last year they blew. They lost guys to transfer. You know, they
Yeah.
didn't change anything offensively after an awful offensive season last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's myriad reasons why, but the point is they suck.
They suck.
Especially when you're sitting there in a driving rain.
Was it
They
just
double suck.
brutally raining?
Well, it was a great day until game time. Like
Yeah.
it was, it was really good tailgate weather and everything. It was fine.
So it was a 3:30 start?
Yeah, it was literally just before kickoff where the rain starts coming down, and it just, I mean, you saw the
didn't
Michigan
stop.
game. It didn't stop.
Yeah. I know in the Michigan game it was like it looked so bad out there. It looked so bad. The Michigan State game looked awful.
Very, very rainy.
At least they're on real grass.
Yeah, I know.
It's just it's amazing to me what a difference real grass
Yeah.
makes. Just watching it on TV.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry you had to sit through that, Jay.
Yeah, we didn't sit through it long. I mean, we waited till halftime, watched Manny do his thing, and then we were out of there.
Really?
Yeah,
Just hightailed it.
hightailed it.
How did Manfred do?
Along with the rest of the stadium. I never looked back to see any single series after the first half. I didn't even look at highlights or whatever. I can't believe more than 10,000 people stayed at that thing.
Yeah, I
mean,
can't
it was just
either.
a mass exodus.
Really?
It was like the drive home was like you were leaving the stadium after a game.
After a game?
Yeah, just stuck in post-game traffic. You know,
There really was no reason to sit in
No,
that stadium.
hell no.
I mean, it was terrible football.
Yeah.
They're getting their asses handed to them again.
Yeah, third
So-
week in a row.
Oh my God, dude, it's so
But
frustrating.
your Wolverines, oh my gosh, they're
What the
back,
heck?
so everybody's happy again, right?
I don't know that they're back, but
Oh, you're still upset because of the Hotspur today, right?
What did my Hotspur do
they
today? Oh,
they gave the
no.
Liverpudlians a run.
They
sure
did?
did 1-0, and then they lost it 2-1. That's what you're really upset about. I know.
Yeah, dude, I forgot. Ryan Fiorini texted me this morning. He was like, "Hey, bro, just so you know, Hotspurs are on
Tottenham.
at noon," and I never even texted him back to say, "Yeah, thank you for warning me
a big game.
to avoid NBC for the next few hours." I had no fucking interest in it, none.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I know. Well, the Lions were on, and
Oh, yeah.
what?
You have no interest in that, but you have interest in watching the Lions?
What are you talking about?
It's ridiculous.
He did a full-throated.
What on earth would ever make
Not you,
think
not you.
that I would be interested in Tottenham? I don't even
They're your
remember the
not,
team,
you,
man.
not you as a person,
They have
but
an Asian
the thought of
striker.
it. Not you as a person,
I know
but the
Asian
thought of
striker
it.
is
The,
very good.
the thought that, like, oh, why don't I have this Lions game I have to watch?
Yeah, I did. Of course, dude. What are you
terrible.
kidding me? Was I going to miss that? Out of your
Yes.
mind. Did you watch the game?
No, I did not.
Yeah, they won.
So,
Ass wipe.
what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
What does it mean?
What do you mean?
Means
What does
they're
it mean?
3-1 now,
where-
E. They're 3-1. A middling team by definition.
Right.
What happened? You were watching the Lions every week. All of a sudden, now you decide to take a knee on him, and I'm a dick for
Jesus
watching
was
it.
busy
I'm not calling
watching
you a
Chelsea.
dick, by the way.
So they won. So
Well, so
what do you mean? So I'm
'Cause
gonna come over there and punch you in the fucking face,
Well, it
Jesus.
doesn't mean anything. They're not going to go to the playoffs, so what does it matter?
Well, I said that 2 weeks ago, but you don't know. This team surprisingly looks good. No, Michigan, dude. what did they throw? 3 balls the whole game? I mean,
Yeah, I only watched a couple series.
yeah. I mean, they ran the ball well. They
Yeah.
did what they're supposed to do. They used their offensive line, and they kicked the shit out of Notre Dame.
Those Notre Dame helmets look sweet in the lights
like
and
the gold.
Oh, dude, with the water on them, my
Yeah.
gosh, they pop.
The water does make them look sweet.
Yeah.
But, dude, that gold, it's
Not
too...
a fan, huh?
Yeah, it's different. They
You
changed
know
their
they
gold.
put actual gold flecks in there.
Did they still do that?
I don't know.
know if they still do. I know they used to. That was the story. It was probably like Goldschlager.
Yeah.
Then they supposedly put gold flecks
Yeah.
in their shit. You got me thinking now. You mentioned Mark Maron's podcast the other day to me. I think it was you.
Yes.
That was listening to the Pamela DeBar's interview.
Yeah.
And I listened to it. It was fucking great, man.
Yeah.
It was really interesting.
That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, thank you. I was just thanking you. I tuned it in. I took it in, and it was actually really good. Yeah, I forgot about like Cynthia, Plastercaster, and who's the other who
Yeah, you can apparently
Pamela
still buy
DeBar.
Hendrix's dong
for a couple grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did she say? They bronze it or something?
I don't know if they bronze it.
I thought she said they're bronze and
Okay.
they cost 2 G's.
Okay.
But there's limited runs. So if you want Hendrix's cock, they don't.
You can get it.
You can, but they're not always available, I don't think. So, who's the other one too? There was a Baby Buell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course these chicks are all like running friends together, just banging all these rock stars.
Yeah.
But she did make it sound like it was way more girlfriendy, boyfriendy than just
Of
total
course she
whores.
did.
Well, she's like, no, I know. I mean, every interview I've done, especially in the 90s,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, we used to talk to her in the 90s, and it was just like, oh, whore,
Mm-hmm.
you're a living whore. And she was like, yeah, man, everyone thought that, but we were friends and we'd shop together. And
Yeah. She made a big point to tell those stories about I bought Rod Stewart's first feather boa, and tried to make it look all chummy and
dude,
this
she
and
said
that.
going to California was written about her.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's true,
Yeah.
it's pretty impressive, right? Mm-hmm. Isis, how's your girlfriend doing?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen her since then, but I'm assuming well. Mm-hmm. When I talk to her, she seems okay.
Yeah, still happy with you?
Yeah.
Still happy with her?
I will say that
She's still happy with her decision.
Yeah, I had a text from her today that says I'm a very good boyfriend. So
Really?
What did you do?
Yeah,
I
what
to
told well,
render that response?
she had Sundays one of her days off, and she did one of these what is it, like
Fly
anger
fishing?
therapy things or something, where you go in there and you smash like glass and shit. You know what
You're
I mean?
doing like this weird.
I know. I thought it was fly
symbol.
fishing. I'm like,
Yeah.
No, it's not like this. Like, have you heard of this? Like, you go in this
I've heard
room
about
and
it.
they'll like give you like vases and vases.
aren't they
and
doing
stuff.
that in
really?
Philadelphia in the for the Flyers games? Like if Flyers lose a game, they open up their and you just get to go in there and just smash vases and TV monitors and
Wow.
all
It's
kinds
sort
of
of like after the Democrats lost 2016, they all
Yeah.
went out and screamed to
screamed.
the sky.
Oh, I love that Tucker Carlson still uses the image.
Yeah.
Anytime he's talking about people that can't handle elections,
funny.
that fucking
Remember the-
screaming to the sky
I
chick
forgot
is on
about
there.
that. The screaming
Oh,
to the
she's
sky.
she's the
Everyone-
best.
Everyone was
Absolutely
supposed
the
to go
best.
in the sky at what was it, at like a certain time of the day? And remember
Yes,
that? Because that
absolutely.
was supposed to be like
Yeah.
on Trump's election day or something.
That'll
We're all
send a
supposed
message.
to,
Yeah.
like just into the clouds, I
Oh,
guess.
and then we had hashtag not my president.
Hashtag
Not
not
my
forgot about
president.
that.
Exactly.
There was some chick used it over the weekend.
Not my
'Cause-
president?
Yeah, she was saying that because Trump was going somewhere and getting some award at some traditionally black college.
Now I got you.
And they put the students on lockdown. They wouldn't let them come out for security reasons or something. It's like, oh my God, my rights are being trampled. I can't protest. And so some idiots out there with a sign is like, Trump sucks. Hashtag not my president. It's like, oh, but he so is.
Right,
Oh, but he
right.
so is.
Yeah.
Forgot about that one.
Well, anyway, so she did that, and then she was just, I don't know, having a fun day off, and I was just like, oh, I'm glad
So
you're having a
what's
good
she
day.
frustrated about though? That she
I'm
needs
not
to-
going to get it. There's some stuff there that I'm not going to get into.
What do you mean?
Dude,
Stuff
I've
that you did or
No, I'm not getting into, dude, way over. No.
that you would go to one of those rooms? Like, was she seriously going there for like therapy?
I mean, no.
Like, that's kind of a joke, those rooms, right?
no,
Usually?
it's not a joke. For sure,
I think
for
they
one.
totally
by the
are. I think
No.
people go
She
there
wears
all the
safety
time.
glasses. I'm worried about
Yeah,
her
you do
eyes.
have. You actually do. I saw the
Good,
pictures
good.
of it. You have to wear like
Thank God.
like a suit, not a suit, but like a plastic, like almost. I'm trying to. I don't know how to describe it, but yes, you have to wear something and then like safety glasses.
You have to sign off and everything.
No, I think people 100% use that as like. I mean, not like not like as if you're going to a therapy session, but like I think that people get not prescribed it, but I think yes. I think people use it as like kind of anger
People did it as
management
kind of
ish.
a jokey thing.
Well, maybe I think it's
wrong.
both. I think it's both. I
Okay.
think that some people can use it as a not that that's what she was using it for necessarily.
Okay,
but
I won't pry. Whatever.
there's yeah, I'm not going to get into the reason why that she might have anger issues, but
Okay. So what else happened? You had to make a phone call. I understand. E?
well, so here's the deal. I haven't said this yet, but like she in the end this is like she was I know her from another guy that I used to know, and they were pretty serious. They were together for years in a pretty serious relationship.
How
And
serious?
Pretty serious. Living together, and stuff like that.
Serious to quite serious.
Serious
Yeah.
to quite serious, I would say.
This sounds serious.
very
quite serious.
very serious. Anyway, so she was and I knew him very well, and I was friends with him, and so that's really that's how I knew her. I wasn't even really friends with her. Like I kind of knew her, but it was way more friends with the guy. She was just kind of there, and she was nice, and she was always hung out and whatever,
Sure.
but never hung out with her one-on-one in any capacity. And so that ended, and I actually didn't even know that it ended like a year ago. I didn't realize that when I asked her to go to the concert. That's why I
Oh,
found
you
out.
thought you were asking your friend's girlfriend out?
Yeah.
Well, no, like when I first, how that actually all went down is there was 3 of these people that I knew in that area, him being one of them, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to go to this concert? It's in Grand Rapids. You guys live there? Blah blah. And they're like, oh, we're all moving away. Actually, I'm like, oh, that's odd. And then eventually I found out, kind of asked her, like, are you moving? And when I was like, no, I was like, that's interesting. Why aren't you moving? You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
kind of found out what the situation was.
Then you swooped in.
Well-
Jesus.
Oh man.
Like, you're not using this anymore, are you?
He just saw a window of opportunity and left through it.
So that's what kind of happened today. Like, no, that's not what happened. Like, and it really, for real, like, I never looked at her in any way, like, as like, oh, this girl that, yes, she's with my friend, but I kind of have a thing for her, or if she separated. I never had, like,
you have a
crush
thing
on
for
her.
her? You didn't?
Never.
No?
Never had any feelings towards her in that way, in any capacity. But I was looking to go for someone to go to that concert, that breakaway, like I said, and I just couldn't find anybody. And finally, I was like, dude, are you moving? No. Whoa, that's odd, but whatever. Like, you want to go to breakaway or whatever? And she's yes. And it did develop after that, but I didn't go into that with any capacity of like, oh, I could maybe just become. It just naturally happened in the end. So finally, after we had that weekend last weekend where we spent
I
together,
remember. Yeah, I remember.
we decided there was a time that I had to like call my
Pedro?
friend and
The only guy I know in Grand
No.
Rapids who was your
it's
friend was
Pedro.
Pedro.
no,
Yeah,
it's not
that's right.
him.
For
It's
the
not
restaurant.
him. But we finally decided it was time to like call this guy and be like, hey, dude, I know this is kind of awkward, but hope you're cool with this and stuff like that. And I was pretty nervous about it. Like, even though he's a cool guy and we've been friends for a long time, it's still a situation.
So how
think
did he
that's-
react to you?
Is that normal that he should have to call someone who lives states away now
Well,
and inform him that
I didn't really, it wasn't technically something that I was like, I think I need to do. It just,
She told you.
oh, that was not your idea at all. Yeah, no one was confused and thinking this might be your idea.
no.
It was met with, fuck, do I really have to?
Fuck.
Do I have to?
As much as you love confrontation, E,
I know,
I'm
right.
sure you were dying to make this phone call.
Well, here's what I would say.
Can you
You're
imagine?
right.
Why didn't you record this, E? Can you imagine the stuttering and stammering that started out this deal? Dude, like,
Well, actually-
shit, fuck, dude.
Well, it was interesting because so what I'll say is you're right. Yes, it wasn't technically my idea.
It wasn't your idea at all. Technically, not at all.
No, it wasn't. But like I understood why. I understood the situation, and actually, if I was smart, I should have wanted to do it anyway because I would not. This guy and I have been very good friends, so I would not want to just like let it go for
I
a
think I would
long
have broken
time.
the relationship up instead of making that call. To be honest with you, that sounds horrible.
So when it started, you're right. When it started, it was like, hey, and it's like, how's it going? I'm like, not bad. And I literally ended up just saying like, dude, we don't have to fucking sit here and pretend
Did
like
he
what's
know
the
you
weather?
were calling? Was he
Yes,
aware?
like it was planned that I was going to call at this specific time to talk about
This
the
is very
situation.
responsible. So you said we don't have to.
I said, dude, we don't have to fucking pretend like, oh, how's the weather, dude? We could just get into it, I guess, or whatever.
And so how'd you lay it on him?
I just kind of told him, I'm like,
Dude, I'm banging your girl.
I started banging her and stuff. She's teaching me how to eat box. It's pretty cool.
he knows I've had sex with her already, too. I
Oh
will
my
say
God.
that.
Oh man.
But I
Did
mean,
he say, "How's my dick taste"? Anything like that?
No, but what I just started off saying, dude, I know this is awkward. I didn't mean it to be or whatever. But on the same hand, it's probably a good idea we talk this out a little bit. And I hope you're cool and just let I wasn't trying to blah 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 or whatever. I don't know. So
And he was cool though. He was
it went very well. I was like literally thinking about it all day because I knew it was different than like. It's almost like it was going to happen at some point. I knew the time. I knew I was going to call at 4:00. That's what I was going to call. And so, like, I was sitting around all day, like.
Was it a three-way call? Was she on it, or was it just the men? Just the men handling this business?
Just me and him talking about it.
So he acted like he was cool, but if he's making a multi-state drive back, what's the ETA? I want to be away from you,
Yeah,
man.
no shit.
I mean,
you didn't tell him where you are right now, did you?
I mean, the thing, I think he actually is. I actually do think that he believes that at least if it was going to be somebody he likes, we've been friends, so he likes me as a person.
I mean,
and knows that I'm not an asshole.
It would all be just jealousy. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean,
No, exactly.
They broke up. He moved.
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
I know.
There's nothing that says that she is property that he has any
For sure.
claim to. So,
And he's not that kind of guy, huh?
No, I
Is he
mean,
bigger than you? Would he win in a fight?
that'd be a tricky thing because he's not bigger than me at all. But I'm a pussy,
Yeah,
so I mean,
I was
you
gonna
are.
point that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yep, I was too, Jake.
it might be I'm not going to say it's a draw
his
'cause
point.
it can't.
He is a pussy. Yeah.
It can't be. I'm not going to say it's a draw because you can't have a fight in this situation. We would not say that it was ever a draw. But like what I have in like weight and height, he would probably make up for by not being a pussy. So I think
yeah.
it could be close. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
I would go with not being a pussy is big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
I'm not saying it's everything, but it's big.
Oh, yeah.
I actually don't know that he's not a pussy. I just assume that there's no way he's more of a I just do not want to fight somebody, and I don't
Yeah.
have that in me. Really.
Would you fight for her honor though?
Yeah, I would.
Man
Of course.
who will fight for your honor.
Of course.
You would, E?
Sure.
So someone
Well,
gets,
not this guy. I mean, I'm not going to. I mean, it has to be it depends on what you mean by what I fight for. I mean, I'm not a hothead who's just going to be like.
Do you understand when you were calling my girlfriend a cunt all night multiple times? Do you understand why Jay got so upset?
Yeah,
now?
I get
Did
it.
you get it?
I get it. I
You
mean,
fought for her honor that night and
Right.
beat your arms
That's-
and legs.
that's fair.
Without mercy.
Yeah.
See, you learned. You understand now.
Yeah,
So
that was
someone,
fair.
That was more.
Although I
honestly,
still,
just to
I
see how
still don't think it was fair
Pavlovian he is.
technically, but I mean, I still don't think it was. I still don't know that I would consider it fair because like I'm not really a threat to. I wasn't, and like I'm talking about the guy who you're at the bar and maybe a dude just like. In a
Bumps into you.
yeah,
Whoa, what are you
yeah,
bumping
like
into me
in a
for in this
crowded
crowded
bar,
room?
right? In a crowded bar, he just happens to like, slide her shoulder or something, and it's like, whoa, you touching? You looking at my girl? You fucking looking at my
Yeah.
girl? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
you're
Like,
not going to be that guy. You
no,
don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to. So,
That
like,
guy sucks.
So when you say fight for your girl, like, yeah, I mean, if I was in a situation where there was a legit, well, when just last week when the first weekend we went up there when we were in Big Rapids that one night,
the bar.
yeah, we were sitting there and doing our karaoke thing, right by the pool table, and these two fucking, and I'm not. Whatever,
Locals.
townies. These fucking townies, one dude wearing like camo and just, kind of whatever and shit. Not that there's anything wrong with camo, but you
Sounds
can,
like there is.
you can
A little
tell-
hung up with camo, but it's all right.
well, when I look, yeah, whatever. Everyone knows what a townie is, dude.
Yeah.
And so, like, they asked us to play pool, and
Sea
I
bass.
was a little bit,
Yep.
yeah, right,
There
sea
you go.
bass, fucking sea bass.
So
And
slow down. You're doing karaoke. You're with the love of your life, and these townies come up in camo and shit.
Right.
They see you and this chick, and they strike up a little conversation, ask you guys if you want to shoot pool.
yeah, 2v2 or whatever.
Yeah,
and-
teams. Yeah,
and
you're not dying to do that, but you're like, okay.
I wasn't, you know what? I wasn't dying to because I just really suck at pool. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't want, honestly, at that point, it was still, for these people, it's almost benefit, quote unquote. Like, I didn't have them play with some, they might want to pick somebody else to play or something. We were just sitting there, and I'm like, I'm going to literally not, I didn't even sink a ball in the end, in the game. My girl got 2 or 3 or something,
yeah.
and I didn't get a fucking ball in. But, like, they started, like, getting weird, and they were definitely, like, talking to her a lot, and I went,
no.
and it started getting fucking.
Can you imagine if your girl got stolen from you in the first weekend
I-
together? Oh my God, E. Oh my God.
So like I started, and it was like it just got a little. I got a really. The vibe got weirder and weirder to me to the point where I ended up on the sly went over, cashed out our bar tab, got the Uber, and I didn't want to say it out loud. I just wanted to eventually be like, oh hey guys, it was fun, but we're out of here because it's like. Look, I just started to get the feeling that I didn't want to be sitting outside at 2 a.m. kind of like, oh, the Uber's 5 minutes from now, and here these guys are with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So like in that sense, like
You bailed.
I didn't want
You
to
took
fight
off.
for them, but I mean, I felt like I did the move of like, hey, I set everything up, and I'm like, hey, we're just gonna get out before we even have to deal with it.
Dude, you got to listen to that inner voice. If that inner voice was telling you, you know what, nah, might not be the best situation to be in, so I'm going to handle it like a man, like
Well,
an adult, and fucking call the Uber on the slide, pay your tab, and then it was fun, guys. Have fun the rest of the night.
I even
There's
had
nothing wrong with that, E.
I even had a half a thing of fries left, and this is how you could tell that
Whoa,
they.
you left a half a
well,
thing
no,
of
no.
fries.
Well, no, here's what I was pointing.
Seriously?
Here's why I was mentioning that. Like,
He
here's
was
why you could
scared.
tell that these guys were a little. Like they were. Once it was obvious we were leaving, I think it was like, oh shit. Because at one point they asked her. I went to sing my karaoke song, and they're like, "So was that your boyfriend over there?" She's like, "Yes." And I guess he was like, "Really?" Like all fucking shocked and which
Fair question.
Yeah, it is fair.
Fair question and fair response. I don't care about either of those things, but the point was, that's where his
Let's
thought
just
was.
set the scene a little more. What were you singing?
I was singing "Bowling for Soups." They have a song called "Ohio."
And you were wearing what you normally wear?
No, I was wearing actually like nicer jeans. And, like
okay.
I was wearing,
Still
dressed
fair
to go
question.
out.
He's,
Yeah.
God, man, I don't know. You're so bad at karaoke. I mean, the times I've seen you anyways.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I know,
And,
I
and
know.
there was some people there that night that were pretty bad. But my point, is
What is your point?
there was something I was saying. Oh, so even with the fries, you could tell their thought process once we decided to leave. I feel like because I had a whole other thing of fries, and I just went over to them and was like, hey guys, we're out of here. It was fun, but I didn't eat.
Did you like these cold
I didn't-
fries I ate
well,
half of?
I have a half.
He's offering. Look at this. He's
Yeah,
offering
yeah.
fries. Like
I'm kind of
nudging
like
his way out the door. Okay, guys.
I'm kind of like I got a bunch of these fries left if you still want them. And like I understand what you're gonna say. Like you're thinking could be like, dude, I don't want some weirdo's fries.
I
But
wasn't thinking that at all.
Oh,
It sounds
okay.
delicious.
Well,
Yeah.
it felt to me
Jay's
'cause
favorite
when
food,
I-
as you know, is
Yeah.
ketchup.
when I
so.
offered it to them, it was kind of like, oh yeah, or however they said it, and it felt to me almost like they were definitely like, fuck, man, or something. Like we thought we had something here, or like
Wow.
Yeah.
like maybe we could separate it. I mean, I don't think anything. I'm not gonna
They
call
saw a
it, like,
chick that was potential
Right.
hotness with a guy who was of zero threat.
right in their mind
any level.
for sure.
Wow.
And so like I just felt like when I walked over and had them the fries, it was just like I wanted to know once we walked out of sight, what was the next three or 4 minutes like amongst those two guys? Was it was it like, dude, I thought we could have had that guy out of the picture or this or that
Yes,
or
Guaranteed.
probably.
right.
Guaranteed.
But I would have liked to heard it. I would have liked to listen
Yeah.
to that.
You
But
did the right thing. Just remove yourself from that
anyway.
potential.
So anyway, well, look, it worked out good though. Luckily, the call went okay.
The call went okay, but what if the next step is your girl says, you got to fight him. You got to fight him.
She wouldn't
He's
say that.
chirping now. He's
He wouldn't-
trying to get back in my life.
Yep.
You're just going to have to put him down.
She wouldn't ask.
You sure?
Okay, let's just say
Well,
she did.
what if she
Okay.
did? Would you do
I
it?
really
E?
can't fight right now with my. I
Risk that
still
gro-
can't use my left
Oh,
shoulder.
Oh my
Come
God! He's
on,
got
you
full
can't
weight leaning on it.
Fucking bruised shoulder.
Nails
really.
over here.
This job. Nails.
No,
At some point, you're gonna
when
have to drop the hammer on someone
when
and
I-
show her what you're about.
Would I fight him right now?
Part of having a lady friend, E.
Should we-
You're
why don't-
Got to
asking
be
when I
ready
get
to
in a
physically
fight.
dominate another man.
Why don't
I'm
we
not
call-
ready for that.
Why don't
Well,
we?
you
why
better
don't-
get ready.
Why don't we call him and challenge him and see if
No,
he
we're
backs
not- we're
down?
not doing
Yeah.
that.
I mean, if you at least challenge him and then he says, I don't want to fight you. You
That's
go, all
very
right,
fair.
fine.
This could be very helpful to you.
That's going to be very helpful.
Can nip it in the bud.
And then he can go
he's
back to
working
his
right
girl
now.
and be like, look, I challenged him to a duel of some sort, and he didn't want to do it. But I wanted to fight for your honor in case it was necessary. And he took a knee on it. So
E, we're offering it up.
For now, I'm going to thank you,
We're here
but
to
no
help.
thanks. I'm going to
Yeah.
say for now.
we're trying to help in any way we can.
Obviously.
And I think even a fucking white gloves backhanded slap to the face duel.
God, I would love to do that sometime.
I
in my
know,
life.
right?
There would be a funness is my word, but like the thought of like taking a glove off and
Challenge you,
slapping
sir,
someone in
to
the
a
face
duel.
would be fun.
Yeah.
I would like to do
Agree.
it.
Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage. Easus is going to name two of those types of insurance coverage.
Home and auto.
Very good. Auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900.
So, was it a little shocking to you to get the announcement this morning that ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is gone.
No, honestly,
He's dead.
I thought he was dead. I thought he was already dead.
No, he's basically been in hiding since 2000. Was it 2014 when,
Okay.
when he started and announced the caliphate? When he announced the caliphate, that put a $25 million bounty on his head, and it was like shit. And so he's been like way underground. We haven't seen any video of him. There's
Gotcha.
been random like audio messages that have come out a couple times. So yeah, he's just hiding in caves and all that shit.
Yeah, I was
but-
surprised to learn he was still alive. Honestly, I thought
Yeah.
he had perished.
Well, there's been rumors for years.
Okay.
Oh, Baghdadi's dead.
Haven't heard from him in 2 years.
Yes.
Therefore, he died in this one attack or whatever. That's
Yes.
probably what I remember.
Which is why I believe the last message that he sent out referenced shit that was going on now. That said, okay, he couldn't have been killed
Yeah.
2 years ago because that hadn't happened yet.
Doing the equivalent of holding a newspaper in front of him.
Exactly. So apparently, special ops raided. U.S. forces did a raid on his hideout in northern Syria, and Trump couldn't wait to get out to the public.
I hadn't watched a Trump presser in a long time. I watched this one.
Did you watch it?
I'm
I
just
didn't watch it. I just read it. But
Oh my god!
he died like a dog.
Yeah.
It's just so
The
not.
superlatives are just insane.
Yeah, he said last night the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. I can just hear him trying to butcher that name. Is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. This is funny because when Obama announced that Osama bin Laden had been killed, Trump was the first one to tweet and go, "He doesn't deserve the credit. Special ops did that. Our
Oh,
military killed him.
interesting.
He had very little to do with it."
That-
And so people are immediately screen grab that tweet
Yeah.
from a couple of years ago, a few years ago, going, "Oh yeah, here now he's the biggest, worst terrorist in the world, even more so really than Osama bin Laden," which he actually said.
Oh my god!
It's like a contest,
Yeah.
Who killed the bigger terrorist? I did, not Obama.
He also talked about how he knew Bin Laden was trouble before 9/11, and he wrote about it in his book. And his books have been very successful. I've written many books, very
Did he say that?
successful.
What, The Art of the Deal, or is it a different?
He didn't
book?
reference which book, but he said before 9/11, I wrote a book, and some people have brought this to my attention.
Some people have.
Yeah.
Many people have. They brought it to his attention, saying,
Didn't you say that?
yes,
Before-
saying, what's so amazing about your book, most of all, is that you called Osama bin Laden before he was
Yeah.
even known to the public.
That's probably not entirely untrue.
Oh, I know.
And if you think
I
about
actually
it,
heard that many months ago that was the case. I haven't read the passage.
well, if you think about where he is, he's in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And when the World Trade Center was first bombed in
Yeah.
'93 or whatever, he would have been right there for that. And there was probably a lot of rumor about who was involved then.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But Trump wanted to remind everyone of that, and then he
Sure.
also wanted to remind everyone that it was his watch under which they killed Bin Laden's son as well, who was a up and coming Hamza or whatever.
oh yeah, that's
Young
right.
version of
yeah, I didn't
Osama.
like that little shit either because he was getting.
He was
groomed by his-
vowing to bring it back,
Yeah,
vowing
and
to
he
carry on his father's legacy.
he had hero status because of who his dad was too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and you think about it, like the Bin Ladens are a construction family in the Middle East worth billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You've dedicated your life to just terrorizing the world, living in caves. Like, what the fuck, man?
I know all these
It's-
guys end up in tunnels and shit.
Ugh, it's like this. So you have a kid and you raise him to just be a monster.
Yeah.
Great. Nice job, Dad. This is the biggest there is, the worst ever. Osama bin Laden was big, but Osama bin Laden became big with World Trade Center. That's really all he has on his on his record. This is a man who built a whole, as he would call it, a country. So he's comparing them because of Obama. I
Yeah,
just
it's
know it.
incredible to see.
He referred to al-Baghdadi and those who follow him as losers, bigly losers.
Nothing subtle about that dude, huh?
No.
You just everything's gotta be pumped up to nth degree.
Yep. No U.S. personnel were lost during the raid. He did say, however, that one talented Roops was injured. Sent
yeah.
a canine group into
Right.
in the tunnel. So I got to watch much of it. Yes, it was on TV. For me only, I got to watch it. You didn't.
It's like it was like a movie. Could you just see him sitting there with all these generals going, it's like a movie.
This is amazing.
They pop
I
popcorn,
wonder if
I
there's going to be a
wonder?
part 2. Where's the popcorn? Pensy, will you get me another slushie, please? He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. Baghdadi drugged 3 of his children with him. They were led to certain death. He reached the end of the tunnel as our dogs chased him down. He ignited his vest, killing himself and the 3 children. His body was mutilated by the blast. The tunnel had caved in on it in addition, but test results gave certain immediate and positive ID it was him. The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, total panic, and dread, terrified of the American forces bearing down on him. So are we going to give him the same thing that we did Osama bin Laden? Didn't we dump his body in the ocean within 48 hours or something?
Yeah.
I wonder if...
Yeah,
'cause I
same
think-
treatment for this dude. I don't
yeah.
know.
Didn't that piss a lot of people off? I was like, fuck that guy. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't give a
yeah.
shit what... A couple weeks ago, they were able to scope him out. You know, these people are very, very smart. They're not into the use of cell phones anymore. They're very technically brilliant.
They're not in the use of cell phones anymore. What does that even?
Well, they don't, because you can track them. You can find them
Oh,
easier.
those people. I'm sorry. I thought he was talking about.
No,
never
he's
mind.
talking about the terrorist
I
group,
got you.
ISIS.
Okay, yeah. Never mind.
But they use the internet incredibly well, and what they've done with the internet through recruiting and everything. And that is why he died like a dog, died like a coward. He was whimpering, screaming, and crying. And frankly, I think it's sometimes something that should be brought out so that his fathers and all his young kids that want to leave various countries, they should see how he died. He didn't die a hero. He died a coward, crying, whimpering, and screaming, bringing 3 kids with him to die. So, yeah, I guess he arrived at that spot a couple days earlier, 48 hours earlier. The CIA assisted and located him. The ISIS leader's 2 wives were both wearing explosive devices that never detonated. They were taken down. I don't know what that means. Were they killed? They must have been. Several of his children were taken from their lair and are still alive. Several others were killed in the attack. And then the Syrian Democratic Forces confirmed, apparently this has been in the works for months, almost half a year. They had worked with the U.S. on a successful operation against ISIS. And, yeah, it's got all the people they made up, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah.
It's good news.
Yeah, it is. He was, he's responsible for over 2,000 deaths. And definitely, like, his whole game plan, like, Osama bin Laden wanted big. Fly planes into fucking towers, let the whole world go crazy and see it. Those are really hard to pull off because, there's always something in the chain that gets you sought out. So he was just like, just grab a kitchen knife and just start stabbing people.
Yeah. Go
You know?
medieval on him.
Yeah, remember the prisoners they caught in the
Yes.
cages?
Lit him on fire.
Or just drop them in the water, drown them in their cages.
Yeah.
The fires, the beheadings. You think about the journalists. That's all Bakr Abu whatever al-Baghdadi. And so yeah, the world is a much better place without that asshole. And him taking all that land, the caliphate, all that shit, all him.
right.
Remember that one time, dude? When we'd look at that Syrian map,
Massive swath of land, man.
dude. They just like took that shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So anyway, lastly on Trump, by the way, he did. I mentioned he won an award over the weekend, and it's Kamala Harris was like, "I'm not going to this event anymore because they're giving Trump this award." I'm like, "Nice toddler," And it was for the criminal justice reform bill. It was in South Carolina. She told reporters the Second Step Presidential Justice Forum that she reversed course on her decision after learning that the sponsor was removed from the forum. I don't think that's true, but she didn't end up going to the thing. Thank God.
Yes.
Kamala Harris was there. The Washington Post says reports it remains unclear as to what way the sponsor, the 2020 Bipartisan Justice Center, was removed. Friday, they gave an award to Trump for his administration's work in passing the First Step Act, a bill which allows inmates serving time for mostly selling crack to appeal to a judge and reduce their prison sentences, and designed to help in the fight for racial justice. A lot of people rightly believe that those inner city people caught with crack got fucked by the justice system and 3 strikes you're out rules. And so after learning Trump was receiving this award, she announced her boycott, stating, "As the only candidate who attended a historically black college, I know the importance that these spaces hold for young black Americans. Today, when it became clear Trump would receive an award after decades of celebrating mass incarceration, pushing for the death penalty for innocent black Americans, rolling back police accountability measures and racist behavior that puts lives at risk, I can't in good faith be complicit in papering over his record." Okay.
She had some snarky later tweet where she was like, "Yeah, you put the criminal, quote unquote, in criminal justice reform."
Good one. Good one.
Kamala.
When she talks about he called for the death penalty of innocent black people, talking about the New York City Gang of Five or whatever that they've done a lot of stuff on.
Oh, yeah.
And people thought that this group of 5 kids had murdered this girl in the park, and he, blah blah blah. He was like, "This is outrageous." Blah, blah. These guys should get the death penalty. Well, then it comes out that it wasn't them, but I mean, he's a big mouth.
So it wasn't them.
It wasn't them, yeah. But everyone thought it was them
Yeah, I
for a
know.
long fucking time. And those guys talked to the cops, as kids before, without lawyers or parents. I mean, it was ugly, man. They needed to blame someone. That story was too big in the Central Park 5. Was that what they were called?
Yeah.
Something like that. So that's what she's talking about there. A lot of this other stuff, I'm not even sure, because Kamala Harris, as far as I know, wasn't she the top prosecutor in California?
Yeah, I think so.
State prosecutor, right? Who has 5 times as many black people incarcerated as other states do. And people believe that she personally was responsible for, really strict laws that incarcerated shitloads of blacks and browns, if you will.
Tulsi
So-
Gabbard called her out on one of the early Democratic debates, and threw some numbers at her, and she's just like, she's doing her thing where she's just like, oh, it's not true. It's just not true.
Yeah, that is true. That snarky, God, that
Yeah.
snarky, shitty.
She has the worst body language on the planet.
Thanks for ruining Tulsi, by the way.
I told you. I told you.
Damn it!
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention to that for some reason. I was focusing elsewhere, and then I was like, oh man.
Gotta zoom in, Mike.
Yeah, zoomed in on the TV and saw the skin problems, that something or other. I was like, oh, that's what Jay's talking about. So, yeah, and you know what? Trump, there's no denying it. There's a lot of people that have been calling for some prison reform for many presidents. And that's finally when, was it Kanye got involved, and Kim Kardashian was big in that. And then, there were a few Democratic leaders, black leaders, that were like, fuck it. I'll work with him on this if he's willing to look at this. And Trump was like, just put in the done folder. Yes. And freed some people. There's a lot, that's not done yet either. I mean, it's like the second step program. There's going to be a third step program for.
Yeah, I thought
blah,
by
blah.
all accounts, it was a really good thing.
It was.
But I don't know enough about it. Who was it? The black dude who CNN talking head. He and Jared Kushner were really involved.
Yes, Van Jones.
Yes, Van.
Yeah.
Van was hugely involved in that.
And Van, to his credit,
Gave the administration credit,
Yep.
for taking part.
he went on CNN and went, look, I don't have to like this guy and what he's done, but there's no denying, the help that he gave, his administration gave, and willing to help put this together. And it's done, it's signed, and it's going to help a lot of people out get a second chance. Speaking of which, did you see Felicity Huffman is free?
Thank God.
11 days, Jay.
Good for her.
She got out 3 days early.
Good for her.
Does it seem like 11 days has gone by already? Does it seem like she went in like Wednesday?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the way it seemed to me, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Remember Hurricane Katrina?
I do, yeah.
George Bush doesn't like black people. Wasn't that Kanye's famous
Yeah,
quote?
that was.
And the look on Mike Myers' face is absolutely priceless when he's just like, oh, shit. It's one of my favorites, is young Kanye West. Do you remember Brad Pitt getting heavily involved with that? And I don't know what his ties are to New Orleans, if any.
No, I don't remember him being involved.
Well,
Or
there were-
Sean Penn being very involved.
no, well, Sean Penn just had a camera crew with him as he paddled down the river. Right. Brad Pitt started a company that was going to a foundation to help rebuild houses in the lower Ninth Ward after Hurricane Katrina. And a judge has denied Brad Pitt's request to be taken off a lawsuit that says his Make It Right Foundation built shitty homes in New Orleans area hit hardest by Hurricane Katrina.
No.
It's like no good deed, you know what I mean? Like Brad Pitt didn't build the houses.
Said he was going to make it right, Mike.
So Pitt and other foundation directors asked the court to remove them from the lawsuit, saying they weren't personally responsible for the construction. Judge Rachel Johnson denied that request. 2 homeowners filed the suit. Their attorney, Ron Austin, says the homes built by the foundation in the lower Ninth Ward have infrastructural issues. Residents have reported being sick. Oh, man. Pitt's foundation sought to build 150 homes in the lower ninth of New Orleans that were storm safe, solar powered, and green for the price of $150,000. That was in 2007. So who pays for, like, you're asking these residents to pay the 150 grand?
Probably not. That's what, right?
Foundation pays.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, what's the foundation doing if not that?
I don't know. Getting people a sweet deal on a fucking greenhouse. In the wake of the hurricane, more than 100 green Make It Right houses were eventually built in 2008. So a little behind the timeline. That happens in construction, right?
Sure.
You set a date for something and you get backed up a little bit. So residents complain the homes aren't what they signed up for, with many houses falling apart, some with rotting wood, plumbing issues, roofs caving in.
Maybe they did. I wonder if they would have paid that. Like 170,000 is not that
150.
much. 150,000. So maybe that was the thing. Like, hey, you only have to pay 150,000 and you're going to get this really nice brand new green home. I have to look into it, I guess.
No, I see, do the quick math, E. 150,000 times 150.
Oh, jeez. $1.5 million or something? I don't know.
Nice.
Okay. So what is that? Is it $1 million? What would it be? Just do the. I want to know, because that's how much it was going to cost to build all these homes. So you got 150 homes at $150,000.
Oh, 22,500,000.
There you go. Sounds a little bit. It's a little bit better.
Okay.
It's $22 million.
I guess, yeah. You do that.
Yeah, why don't you? I don't trust Isis's math.
150,000 times 100, right?
150.
Yeah.
150,000 times 150.
Yep, 22,500,000.
Okay. The complaint says Make It Right fraudulently deprived homeowners of their right to pursue legal actions under Louisiana's new Home Warranty Act because the charity knew about the issues with the homes but never alerted homeowners. The lawsuit claims that the plaintiffs' homes were deficiently constructed and built with defective products that led to damage such as growth of mold, air quality issues. The homes also had structural problems, electrical problems, plumbing issues, and rotten wood. And then the charity didn't inform homeowners of the problem. It also adds that Make It Right gave homeowners a non-disclosure agreement and documents that bound them to arbitration before agreeing to making repairs.
That's really astounding.
The homeowners are gravely concerned that their homes, which suffer serious structural issues, will not last as long as their mortgages. Oh, boy.
I mean, the funny thing, like, not the funny thing is, like, I wonder, there is no way. You said it was Brad Pitt, right? Or did you say?
Yeah, Brad Pitt. And I remember this because he was down there a lot. I think he was getting his hands dirty and shit. He wasn't just like, you know.
But, like, there's no way Brad Pitt was sitting here, like, you know what I mean? I feel like trying to gain money. I just don't think that. Now, it doesn't mean he didn't set up this thing and there weren't people like, hey, dude, they don't know what's going on up there. Let's make these on the cheap and we'll get, you know.
Well,
what I'm
don't you
saying?
think this is more, Jay, a situation where this story is newsworthy for one reason?
Yes.
That one of the plaintiffs is Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Bradley Pitt is involved. No one gives a shit about the Make It Right Foundation by name.
Right.
You know what I mean? Isn't that basically what this is? Like, if you can attach Brad Pitt's name to it.
Well, I mean, if those people in the houses believe, by putting Brad Pitt in, though, now you're talking about it, and now there's a chance that he has to end up writing a check just for PR reasons or whatever. I mean,
Community
they are in
pressure, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you're getting a better settlement.
Well,
I mean, it's
Of
weird.
course, we wouldn't have even mentioned this if Brad Pitt and.
I mean,
Brad
how
Pitt
often
wasn't
in
the
reality
fucking
in the
headline.
nation are there charities
wasn't-
that are set up that there's probably issues? I mean,
wasn't Oprah's school a disaster for a while?
I have
think
no idea.
It might be doing well now, like in Africa or some shit. She set up a school and people are complaining about it. It's like no good deed. I mean, guarantee you, Brad Pitt went into this with the absolute best of intentions.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it was
I just
disaster for
Right.
months. Remember, there was no relief and no help, and all those people out of their homes. And he goes out of his way with his powered celebrity and name to start a foundation strictly for this. And it was one of those where, like, because these charities are really hard to set up. Like, I remember the loops and the hoops that needed to be jumped through in order for the Drew and Mike show to be able to we wanted to give to local firemen, policemen. You know, someone dies in a fire or is killed on the job as Leo. Drew was like, I don't want to wait a year to cut someone a fucking check. I want to be able to write them 10 grand, whatever, 20 grand right now, today. Here you go. And that's really hard to make happen to do that, believe it or not. It took a long time to set that up so that there was money that went from CD sales that we had into an account, and then checks could be cut on the spot to these families that needed it for funeral costs and whatnot. So how Brad Pitt set this thing up, I don't know. I don't know how.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I was just saying. Like I said, I'm not saying that maybe who knows? Maybe there was no actual,
Well, I
intent
think
to do
I
anything
think
that- I'm
the
just sure
point of
he
Brad
wasn't of
Pitt's
it.
was I want to cut through all the red tape and get fucking to work now on houses.
Yeah.
I want to get this foundation up. That's probably not easy to do. Maybe that's why they had to sign certain releases and whatnot. But I don't know. Either way, he's gonna probably have to go be deposed and go to court and everything. And
I mean, I wouldn't doubt on the same man, because of how humans are, though. I mean, it's terrible to think about it, but I wouldn't doubt if there was again, if there was some way where it's like if they were able to cut costs and then make more money technically or something, that people that were doing it could have been like, hey, dude, let's just do this. Worst case, worse. It's gonna just be Brad Pitt's name's gonna be on it. They're not gonna come after no one's gonna know who we are.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm just fucking.
I feel bad in those situations. Like, God damn it! I just wanted to give some houses to some people that fucking really needed it.
My accountant just said I needed a tax break, and I thought this would fit.
This would fit. Will you
Shit.
turn that TV off, please?
I know.
I don't want to watch I don't want to see a scroll of games.
Hey, everybody, Hamlin Pubs, they are inviting you to their 6 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pubs' great food, their drinks, their atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies or out for a meal with the family, it's always a great time at Hamlin Pubs Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, 2 Shelby Township locations, as well as their newest location in Richmond.
So the had one of those icon, rock and roll icon auctions, Julian's.
Yeah.
And I love these things, man. I used to get all the big auction books, like they're hugely detailed. Gotta Have Rock and Roll was one of that did legit auctions that I would buy shit from. And you'd be amazed at some of the sports memorabilia and iconic rock and roll history that goes up at these auctions for crazy amounts of money. And this week they had
The
one of the big
Cobain
ones,
sweater, right?
the Cobain sweater, which
The
I
famous
always
greenish sweater that he wore, on Unplugged, right?
Unplugged, yeah. I always thought it was hideous, by the way. I never liked that sweater. He bought it at like a thrift store.
Very normcore.
Yeah. But it's that like fuzzy,
Yeah.
Look
kind of uncomfortable.
yeah. It looks like an itch,
Yes.
right? A blend of acrylic, mohair, and lycra. This is something E would wear because this is what Cobain would do. He would shop at thrift stores.
Yeah.
And so he probably paid $2 for that sweater with a cigarette burn hole in it.
Normcore.
5 buttons, but one's missing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it went up. It sold for $334,000.
Not surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
We do see some amazingly high prices being paid for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, Isis and I were talking just the other day. They're expecting a Boba Fett action figure to fetch $500,000 at a
Fuck
at an
no.
upcoming auction. Yeah,
We were talking
Like
about
the
that
one
in the
you
members
had?
area.
that's
Jay.
right, members area. Funny you should mention that. If you want to become a member, how do you do that?
God, you always tell me
Just
how
go
to
to
get that.
DetroitCast.com.
Come on, man.
Go to DetroitCast.com. You'll see a member tab there.
Yes, top of the page. Can't miss it. Click on that. Help us out if you can. So yeah, $500,000 for a Boba. You're talking about one of the little. I'm assuming still in the package.
No, this was a prototype that they had tested, and it had the spring action rocket. That was the key.
Didn't you have one or something?
Yeah, but not a spring action. Nobody does.
Right.
They never sold those. They made a couple dozen of them, and they tested them. And because of the choking hazard, it
Yeah.
never made it out.
How many babies did they kill before they go?
Yeah.
Dude, no.
Right.
They're just shooting them into their mouths. So yeah, the establishes a new record for this sweater because it sold 4 years ago, and they've doubled the price of it this time around. It's the olive green Manhattan brand sweater, and yeah, 2 exterior pockets, burn hole, discoloration near the left and right pockets. Sold for $137,500 through Julian's auctions, which exceeded what they thought. They thought $60,000 originally 4 years ago, and so now they've got they had like a $200,000 minimum bid blue item. They thought maybe $300,000, but it went for $334,000. Accompanied by a handwritten letter of provenance from Jackie Ferry, Francis Bean Cobain's nanny and a close friend of Courtney Love's, who gifted Ferry with the sweater following his death in April of '94. It's very important that we do not wash it, Darren Julian of Julian's Auctions told Rolling Stone.
My God, yes.
Can you imagine? You washed it?
What?
Yeah, we took some Tide and stuff. We got all the stains
Got a
out.
new button on there?
Yeah, put a new button on it.
Sewed up that cigarette burn? Thanks, Mom. Shit.
Can you imagine? Oh yeah, guys, I came in early. I cleaned it all up for you. I got it all fixed up and everything. There's even cigarette burns that you can see on the sweater. So yeah, it's part of the Icons and Idols. That's what it is. Rock and Roll Auction. His custom-built Fender Mustang guitar used by him on the In Utero tour sold for $340,000. That came with a handwritten letter by Courtney Love, who stated the instrument was among Cobain's favorites. I don't think of that as like his. I don't really think of Cobain as having like famous guitars. You know what I mean? Like you think of some guitarists out there, and it's like, oh yeah, like Cobain had the white Fender that he played.
I can't even picture what he had.
You'd know the green Fender Mustang or whatever that was for him.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean, does that ring? I mean, does that like jump out at you as something you remember at all?
No.
Yeah. From the In Utero, I think of the white one. I think he had a Fender Strat, a white Fender Strat that he played earlier. So yeah, other things that went for sale. Elvis Presley's 1974 gold Mercedes-Benz 450. $125,000. Is that it?
Any bullet holes in it?
Yeah. No. What was that? Was that the
Stand back, baby.
Stand by.
It was a Pantera.
Yeah, was it the Pantera, the yellow Pantera,
Yeah.
which is still in somewhere in on display.
Graceland, probably.
It's on display somewhere and still has the bullet holes in it. Linda, I'm not going to ask you again.
Stand
Gotta
back.
step out of the car. Get back. No, boss. Come on, boss. You don't need. Gentlemen, stand back. It just opens fire.
You are strung out.
By golly, brother, I ain't never been strung out a day in my life.
If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I will pull your goddamn tongue out with
The
the
roots.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Pull your goddamn tongue out by the roots.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. People are like, yay, Elvis, pull his tongue out by the goddamn roots. You imagine the blue hairs in the front row of that thing? All the old ladies in the front row. Oh, Elvis is going to pull his goddamn tongue out by the roots.
There's a lot of rumors. You want to shut
A lot of rumors out there. It's hurtful to my doctor, my lawyer. Your fucking doctor.
Talk about I'm strung out. By God, I've never been strung out a day in
You
my
are
life.
strung out.
Never. He has the gall
Yeah.
to say he's never been strung out a day in his life. Like it's not even like, you know what? Maybe I did some stuff back in the day, but I'm clean now. It's like
Dude, when we interviewed Linda Thompson about that and asked her about that.
She
She
remembered.
laughed. She
Oh,
remembered
yeah.
it. She was there in the venue that night and went, oh my God, he was wasted. Yeah,
yeah,
he was
just
fucking-
laughing at the notion.
The notion that he's by golly, I ain't never been strung out a day in my life. It's like, oh shit. So also a Jimi Hendrix autographed copy of Are You Experienced? $45,000. Dude, that's a lot for. I mean, that's
It
for
is.
an autograph.
It
a,
is.
a Heroes era David Bowie self-portrait. Self-portraits. $51,000. Bernie Taupin's handwritten lyrics for Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road in a custom Wizard of Oz frame sold for $75,000. They thought pre-auction, they thought $6,000.
I don't know if you had any interest in actually
Yeah.
listening to this whole the whole
I've
thing.
never been strung out. Dude, him doing karate lessons on stage.
John just came back from New York. We had a meeting of this. I have been a member of this law enforcement. This award of special honor is bestowed upon Elvis Presley in testimony. So-and-so.
Law
Lifetime
Enforcement
member.
Award.
They don't read them.
Didn't he
Oh,
show
wait,
up to the
there
White
it
House
was.
with a
It's
gun?
stuff.
Didn't he bring a gun into the White House?
So, I don't pay attention to rumors. I don't pay attention to movie magazines.
No.
They don't read them because they're all junk. And
Yeah, Elvis.
no,
blue suede
I don't mean to put anybody's job down. I'm
Hound
talking about
dog.
they have a job to do, and they got to write something. So if they don't know anything, they make it up.
Make
You
it
know,
up.
so in my case, they make it up. When I hear rumors flying around, I got sick in the hospital.
Little
Well,
indigestion.
in this day and time, you can't even get sick. You are strung out. By God, I'll tell you something, friend. I have never been strung out in my life, except on music.
Yeah, except on music.
Well, he qualified it.
Yeah.
Good.
Sent on
When I got
music.
sick here in the hotel, I got sick here that one night. I had 102 temperature. They wouldn't let me perform. From 3 different sources, I heard I was strung out on heroin.
Yeah, because you were.
Heroin.
Swear to
He's mentioning
God,
heroin.
hotel employees, Jack, bellboys, freaks that carry your luggage up to the room, people working around, talking, maids.
Maids that see you shooting up in the bathroom.
And I was sick. I was had a doctor, had the flu, and I got over one day. It was all across this town. I was strung out. So I told him earlier, and don't you get offended, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to somebody else. If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I'm going to break your goddamn neck, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Break your
Yeah, break his goddamn
That is
neck.
dangerous. That is damaging to myself, to my little daughter, to my father, to my friends, my doctor, to everybody, my relationship with you,
My
my
accountant.
relationship with up here on the stage. It is dangerous. I will pull your goddamn tongue out by
The
the roots.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. How many of you people saw the movie Blue Hawaii?
That's what
Nice
he wouldn't
segue.
do after that.
Anyone else see my shit movie, Blue Hawaii? Anyone?
My God.
By golly, Jack, I ain't never been strung out.
God, hearing that whole thing, I guess I forgot about like the breaking your I'll break the goddamn neck.
Seeing the corresponding pictures too, the karate
Yeah.
and everything. Like, man,
Dude, yeah,
he was over the top.
that karate. He was on stage doing karate lessons,
Yeah.
dude. That's how not strung out he was. They want to hear Jailhouse Rock and then go home. They don't want a fucking karate lesson from a fat Elvis.
Hey, do you need an annuity rescue? If
Yes.
you purchased an annuity 5 or more years ago, you're probably paying too high of fees. There are better, lower fee options now. If you have an annuity you want reviewed, call Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial. See if he can save you thousands of dollars in fees. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
The Who, big fan, Jay? You a fan of The Who?
Not really, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, they're one from that era where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, take them or leave them.
Yeah.
I dig The Who. I do. And Pete Townsend, he's got a, it's like a book. It's like a book that's based sort of in reality about his life and other rock stars
Oh,
that
this
he
is sort
knew.
of If I Did It.
Kind of. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of
It's
weird.
fiction?
Maybe. And he's got a new album. They're coming out with a Who album called Who, I believe. That because he won't. He told Roger Daltrey, "I'm not touring unless we've got an album out. I don't want to be that thing." So they've written some stuff, and I guess it's coming out.
I bet that. I mean, look, I don't know anything about the Who, really, honestly, but knowing a person like when you're a person that band has been something what they were, and like knowing I'm not touring unless we got a new album. Whoa, great! So we get to hear the new stuff.
Yeah.
Can't you just play
Well,
this stuff?
for what it's worth, Easus, Roger Daltrey says this might be their best album since Quadrophenia in 73.
Okay.
And do any of them ever come out and go, "Look, guys, just hang in there with us"? No, it's
It
not as good
blows.
as Thriller. Are you out of your fucking mind? You write one, The Wall, okay? This one, now that we're 70, no, it does not. It's not nearly as good. Like, you can't say that, right? That's probably going to hurt sales.
Definitely can't
So
say
you
that.
have to say this might be our best work since Quadrophenia. I guarantee you, it's not your best work since Quadrophenia. Just guessing. Still go. They're fun to watch live. They're touring the States now, I believe.
I mean, dude, it's such a hard thing. Like, so I'm not even making fun of them. I mean, even, dude, my fucking favorite, Pat fucking Green. Like, like he has his fucking periods of a lot of albums that I fucking love, and now he does like kind of just single one-offs, and I'm very much just like, and I love that fucking dude. But it's hard to write stuff, continue to write. It's hard to write one song that people all know, whether an album, whether a few. So
No,
I mean,
it's a weird thing. It's always been a weird thing where you're like, you're not. I don't know. You would think like with anything else, the more you do it, the better you get. The better your writing skills would become. The better your playing skills. And it's like, but that's just not it. Nobody wants to see the new Bruce Springsteen album.
it's
You know what I mean? Like, dude.
Well, it depends on especially what kind of music you're doing. Like if you're talking like punk and stuff, things like that, like rap. You guys have talked with Eminem. Like you grow up and it's like, God, once you make the money, what are you singing about? And I some
Yeah,
people
they
can do
have
it.
45 years to work it out.
What's that?
They have 45 years to work, to be
Yeah.
inspired to work on something. Maybe it
Yeah.
is their best.
Maybe. I doubt it. Let's
take a listen.
I don't know. Anyway, so he's given some interviews, and Pete Townsend is, and he has revealed that his arrest on child porn
Yeah.
charges saved his life.
Ah,
I mean, this was
it's a wake-up call.
great news for him. Well, it led him to discover that he had cancer. Came in 2003, Townsend was arrested using a credit card to access a website offering child porn. Though no images were downloaded, he accepted a police caution and was placed on the sex offenders register for 5 years after saying he was trying to prove big banks were complicit in the child porn
Ah,
industry.
yeah.
He's trying to help us
That's
out.
what he would have told Chris Hansen, huh? If
Yeah.
you were caught in the kitchen.
Yep.
I'm just trying to prove big banks are involved.
I'm Chris Hansen for Dateline NBC. Have a seat, would you? Pete's trying to explain, pulling his credit card out.
Starts windmilling.
Peter, we're going to need you to stop windmilling. Just have a seat. This will be over in no time. Townsend had he was putting off having this check for bowel cancer after his dad died from it. It's a hereditary disease. And so I had a cancerous polyp in my bowel while I was waiting for the police to go through my computers. I was like, decided to have that long postponed colonoscopy. The doctor showed me the polyp. He said, this would have killed you in 6 months. So it sort of saved my life.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking
So
crazy.
for all you people out there that say,
Nothing good can come
nothing,
of.
child porn.
Yeah. Ha.
Hello.
Touche.
Yeah.
6 months.
Nothing
like, it
good
really
from child
is-
porn. I don't know. How about Pete Townsend? How about the Who still playing live? Child porn charges. 6 months. Yeah, that's what he said.
Insane, man.
So he survived abuse himself as a child and is about to release a novel about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That the stigma of his brush with the law still haunts him. It's something I think about a lot. I'm very much involved in supporting charities that deal with the consequences of sexual abuse of children. And so I thought this was an interesting quote. He said it gave him a more realistic idea of his own limitations. The arrest saved my life in other ways too, because it freed me from the notion that I could fix everything. The arrogance of the charity work, the arrogance of the mentor, my white knight syndrome. So if he's abused and he's like, you know what, these motherfuckers, I can go on here with a credit card and log into this, if you believe him, underground, site that's a dark site and get access to this shit. I'm going to prove that the big banks are complicit because my credit card will work on this.
What if I don't believe him?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So anyways, yeah. But if he was thinking that, like, I can do anything. I'm Pete Townsend. I can save the world. I can rid the world of blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, my white knight syndrome was flared up again. Needed to be put down in my
What
place.
Pete got out of that was I was trying too hard. I cared too much.
Yes, yes. I mean, obviously, I didn't even look at the pictures
I didn't download yet.
of the original
I
Who
guess.
lineup. Who? Only him and frontman Roger Daltrey survived. Keith Moon died of a drugs overdose, as you remember, in 1978. John Entwistle from a heart attack, but about to release a new album next month called, what's it called, Jay?
Who?
Yeah, pretty good. Aren't all their albums like Who's Next?
Yeah, I think so.
Pinball Wizard. So the movie rights have already been sold. I'm asking myself questions every day. Do I want to be in it? Do I want to let Roger have it? I want there to be an art installation too. I've been talking to a couple people like that work with Kanye West and P. Diddy. Overwhelmed the ideas they come back at me with, but every time they do, I think, oh my God, that's going to cost as much as a Hollywood movie. So anyway, I don't know. Last
Peter.
time I saw him, I think their drummer is Zach Starkey still, who is
Who?
Ringo Starkey, or Ringo Starr, his son.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Been with him for a long time. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought you liked The Who more. I thought you would have been
Yeah.
a Who fan. Doors? Were you a Doors guy?
More the Doors than the Who.
Love The Doors.
I won't change the channel if it's one of their hits, but just
Who?
I just never got into.
Who?
Oh, my God. We were asking a few weeks ago about cameras in planes.
Yes, we were.
Remember that?
Several
was like,
people.
I don't
I
know,
don't know that we
man.
ever settled it.
Well, the thing is, we always see what goes on the tube because some asshole will just open his iPhone and film it for us.
Yeah.
But it's like, do they have cameras in there? And some people said yes, no. It's an upgrade the planes can buy.
People said vehemently yes or vehemently no.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything in the middle. It was like You're a moron. Of course they do. You're a moron. Of course they don't.
Which it seems like, of course they do.
Right.
Wouldn't you think, of course, planes have
Yeah.
cameras in
Why
there?
not?
I mean, there's
as
so much
inexpensive
shit.
as they are and easy to put in. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
Well, a flight attendant for Southwest Airlines says in a new lawsuit, she caught 2 pilots streaming hidden camera footage into the cockpit live from their airplane's bathroom.
Oh boy.
2 of them on board, really? I mean, two pilots.
Autopilot, you know.
Attendant, so what, a sky waitress, Renee Steinecker, alleges she discovered the surveillance during a 2017 flight from Pittsburgh to Phoenix. At some point during the flight, the pilot, Captain Terry Graham, asked her to come to the cockpit so he could go to the bathroom. There's nothing unusual about the request. It's as it's Southwest Airlines policy that 2 crew members be in the cockpit at all times. I think most planes are like that. Most of them. What was unusual was that what Steinecker says she saw when she got in the cockpit. She noticed an iPad on the windshield showing a live stream video playing on it of Graham in the bathroom. Yeah. The captain's co-pilot, Ryan Russell, panicked when he realized she noticed the device. Russell, on the spot, thinking he's on his feet now, like she sees it, like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, yeah, it's part of some new security measure featured on all Southwest flights. She was like, bullshit. Takes a picture of it on her iPhone, and then alerted superiors when the plane landed.
It's what's funny, like planes are pretty small, so I get it. I actually do get it. They usually put the cart up, there's because there is usually a bathroom up by the front, and if one of them's gonna go, I think they usually put like the cart there, and someone else goes in. If the pilot's gonna go to the bathroom,
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they do. But well, either way, what I was gonna think is like, in a way, like the idea that the pilot of your plane is just using the same toilet that you are, like it's just kind of funny to me. Like he's sitting in that thing with his uniform on, and he's just like, I don't know.
Yep.
It just
I
seems
know
like
it is.
might be
There is some weird. You would think he would have an employee bathroom somewhere, like most places.
It's like a job, and there's no employee bathroom. Like it's just like.
yeah. Sorry,
I don't
this
know.
restroom is employees only.
Like I remember thinking when I was on the last time I was flying back here, I was in Atlanta, and I was eating like this chicken fingers thing from this place, and I noticed like the pilot clearly going onto my plane having the exact same food, like just in like a bag, and I'm like, does it say something that a pilot's eating the exact same like thing I'm eating? It just seems a little.
Tell me the pilot's better than me. Tell me.
That's what I want. I want
There
him
is
to
something
be...
weird about seeing him walk in with a bag of Popeye's chicken and then walking into your shitter. It's like,
right. I'm just like,
man. I just want to know how you get 2 pilots. Like, I get it. There's creeps in every line of work, right? So you have a camera installed in the bathroom. You just want to watch chicks go in there and whiz and shit and guys, dongs, whatever you're doing. But how is it like
I know.
you get this guy,
2
your
of them on
right-hand
board.
man, and now they're both watching an iPad stream
Jeez.
of the bathroom? Because there's a constant stream into the airplane
And what are they
shitters. I don't know
doing?
what it
Like-
is, but people get upset tummies a lot on planes, and there's a lot of old bags on there. And it's like, I've helped old birds like get up there, like they can barely walk. They're in through the aisle, and it's like, you want to watch that? Deep pants and squat.
Yeah, I will never understand the hidden bathroom cam.
well, and what are
Ever.
they doing with
No.
it together? Like you're right. Like they're like, oh shit. Here comes the hottie. Like, oh, this is the one we've been waiting for. It's been 3 flights, since we've had a good one or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Well,
are they
I wonder if it's just
touching
one
themselves?
guy. One guy's into it, and he's got a younger co-pilot or something. It's like, oh man, check this out. Yeah, this is and
Got a Billy Bush situation. One's going, grab him by the pussy, and the other one's laughing.
yeah, maybe. Or it just gets desensitized to it. Like, yeah, me and the boys have been watching these things forever, man. It's a lot. It gets boring up here in
Yeah.
the cockpit. So, it doesn't say anything. Or
what they do-
how do you recruit someone? How does that conversation go? That's the thing. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, how would I sit Jay down and be like, dude, look, I need you on this one. I've installed cameras in all the shitters upstairs. you got to watch some of these, dude. They're hilarious. Like, no,
You get to know the guy. You fly across the country with him 12 times. You know him pretty well, right?
I know you pretty
Know,
well.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and you know I wouldn't be receptive. This guy knows the other guy would be receptive, so then you.
I wonder.
You
Well,
groom 'em.
and if that's
Yeah.
the case, then you're right, because you do get to know people. You're on these like 4-hour, 5-hour flights, maybe together. I wonder though, like what his test balloons were.
Yeah.
To
So
hey,
you ever,
so what kind of
watch
pull-
those hidden camera things?
Right, what do you think about that? Oh hell yeah, you too.
does that mean that this captain, this pilot or whatever, like, installed cameras himself, like went into the shitter after a flight landed
Yeah.
and went in there and screwed it into
Must
the wall. Or I mean,
That's what I read into that.
For
yeah.
sure.
So there's a lawsuit. I don't know who gets paid on that lawsuit, but you know,
Yeah,
just,
man. I
what's
mean,
that
God, you're
worth
just-
if you just saw a picture of it on the iPad? I mean,
Just in the plane, you're right. Like you're right. He would. That's what happened. It would like kind of just like conversation where you'd be like, yeah, this guy might be up for a little more
Yeah, this guy's
racial
a
of a joke
fuckface
or
like
this,
me.
or, yeah, or whatever. And it's like, but God, there'd still have to be something. The talk would have to come from somewhere that you'd be like, so what do you think if
I mean, what
we
would you
did that?
do?
You can always
Jake,
just do it
like-
jokingly. Like, hey, should
Well,
put some cameras in there. Got a couple hotties back there.
I got some cameras.
Yeah.
We could totally do it.
should. We totally should,
Dude,
right?
you wouldn't. You would
Yeah.
no. Yeah,
It'd
we
be
fuck yeah, we
hilarious.
should.
Fucking hilarious.
Whatever.
Every
Could we do
10th
that?
person that goes in there's gonna be a hot chick. You know what?
Yes.
Yeah. What would you do, dude, if it was like if E came up to you and just thought it was hilarious? He's catching people taking shits at his mom's house every once in a while. He came up to you and was like, "Dude, look at this guy came over and I got video of him in the bathroom taking a shit."
You know what
Well,
I would
Jay-
do.
but Jay-
I'd
What would
you-
report
what-
him immediately.
Would
Well,
you?
Jay's
Yes,
right though.
yes.
I would know that Jay
You,
wouldn't.
you'd call the
course,
authorities?
yes.
And say this
Yes.
guy's filming guys taking shits?
Of course I would.
But Jay's right. I would know that Jay wouldn't be into that. Like you're the person I'd have to go to
Yeah.
and be like, "Yo, Mike, I know we joke about it a lot, but dude, I actually put this in."
Saw Jay shit in the other room.
Right.
It's pretty crazy. His dog's actually as big as,
You think
as
Jay,
they all say
yeah,
it is.
You
His
think
rumor
Jay doesn't
says.
shit? Like, look at this, dude. Here's Jay. Bet
Look how vulnerable Jay is.
Right,
Like,
on the-
and I could kick Jay's ass right
Yeah.
now. He's so vulnerable. He's in the middle of.
Think about
he's
the
just
trust.
he's blowing one out right now. He's just very vulnerable. Look at him.
Doesn't even lock the
sitting-
door.
Doesn't even lock the door. He's not
Doesn't pull out the drawers in front of the locked door.
Another one, dude. Who are these people? 28-year-old man hid a video camera in a bathroom to film his roommates nude. Oh, Joshua Raffel. What are you doing? So deputies arrested Mr. Raffel on 2 video voyeurism charges after a 58-year-old woman with whom he was living reported him. Sir,
Couldn't control himself.
the woman told deputies she was in her bathroom when she noticed the USB charging hub. She showed a friend, and the friend went, "Yeah, that's a hidden camera." She also found the camera's SD card, which stores pictures and video. The footage included several videos of her and her daughter nude. Oh, okay. I think,
Yeah,
That
she
might
just got caught.
explain it.
Crossfire situation.
yeah, he had
Delete. Oop. Oh, there's the daughter.
he had to fast forward through some 58-year-old fucking woman
Yeah.
in the bathroom a lot.
Holding his nose. Ugh.
Yeah,
Dry heaving.
it's like he's filming me nude. Nah, he was
Kinda.
really waiting for your daughter to come home. So yeah, stores pictures and videos. The footage included several videos of her and her daughter nude while undressing or showering. She also found videos of Raffel installing and adjusting the camera. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, where they're looking at it. Fish
God,
eye.
could you look any dumber?
Screwing it in.
See,
Moving it back and forth.
is that it?
Stepping back.
He has that stupid
such an
look on
asshole.
your face. So focused on what
Yeah.
you're doing. Look like a dope. So she
It's
finds.
gonna be great. It's gonna be so
Oh
good.
God. So she finds video of him installing the cameras and looking into them and shit like that, and then also videos on there of him just jacking off furiously in the shower. So he's just in the shower, just wristing off, and it's just rolling. It's just rolling video. Oh, Mr. Raffel.
Masturbating. Oh my God, jerking off is so weird.
It is, dude.
It's
and
so
then
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
and then detectives arrest him at his place of work. You know,
That was to send a message. There was no reason. You know what I mean? Like they could have waited probably for him to get home. That was like
no, they marched
fuck
right
this.
down to the firm and dragged him out of his office.
Right.
Turns out he was in his private bathroom at the time. No, actually, he worked at Krabby's Bar and Grill. Does that
Krabby
shock
Patties?
anyone in the room that he works at Krabby's Bar and Grill? As if they needed to be mentioned in this story.
I know,
They're
I know.
probably going, dude, what, really?
Yeah.
Right, dude. The guy who, because Krabby's is probably just like a local thing, right?
I'm sorry.
It's not a.
Krabby's Bar and Grill at 333 Gulf View Avenue in Clearwater, Florida.
Okay.
Oh, Clearwater.
Yeah.
Nice.
The address, street. Holy shit.
You're right. That dude who owns that bar is just like, come on, I didn't fucking know. Why is
Can't
my
just
bar...
say he worked at a local food establishment.
Right.
Really, you have to say Krabby's Bar and Grill at 333 South Gulf View Avenue in Clearwater, Florida. Pull it up. Let's see what Krabby's looks
I
like.
know. Why not?
You get a satellite image of Krabby. See how full the parking lot is. There's no good that comes from this, right? For Krabby's.
Is this the right place? What address did you say it was again?
333 South Gulf
I mean,
View
here
Avenue.
we go, you know.
They're still open.
Isn't Clearwater where all the Scientology is going on? Isn't that where the big buildup is?
I think yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Krabby's there.
Yeah, is that it on the left?
The
or?
blue
I
awning.
actually
Yeah.
want to go to. Wish I could go to more of a street. This is because this is just. Oh no!
So Krabby's is up there, right?
Yeah,
The blue.
The blue.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's like a nice outdoor seating area.
Does it?
Shit, you know what?
I mean, decent, right? Go up a little bit.
Yeah, you got to go forward east.
I got to go to another thing. This is just like Google Images here. Let me see. This isn't like the Google Map where I dropped it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't mind seeing the beach walking bar, you know. But that's pretty cool.
where was it? There.
It's like a lovely area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking eye.
Scientologists aren't screwing around. Yeah, is that what it is? Is it Clearwater? Because I know there's been a couple areas that they've bought up
Yeah, I thought it was.
everything. Clearwater might be one of them, but there's a couple spots.
So the road ends for whatever reason. The road kind of ends here.
Well,
you
that's
can't
where
go
we
further.
probably get into the boardwalky.
Yeah. Well, this is.
So is Krabby's that place, or is it the one to the left of it?
Yeah, Scientology probably owns this place. They bought most of downtown Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah. Does it say what other one? I thought there was another Pensacola or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
Well, that guy worked there. Worked.
Right.
worked
Now we're looking at that restaurant for because we're looking at this restaurant because they.
If you were
Probably-
down in Florida right now and like
Yeah.
that was down the street, you'd go there now, wouldn't you? Just to eat at the place where that guy.
I would go in. I think I would
Ask
go
the
in, but
bartender
like,
about
yeah,
him or something?
yeah,
Hell
the
yeah.
bartender,
Hey,
like,
how fucked up was this guy?
So
huh?
what was
So,
the guy like?
Mr. Raffel, give me some updates, man. What was he like?
But it's like we're sitting here looking at this Google map because a dude that was probably just like a cook or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worked at this place and was filming his roommate piss and get naked. Like,
Yes.
so,
Yes, we are.
but this is the place.
Do you have this video, E? And then we'll get to some email. The truck crashing.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Jay? And
Is this the one that saved the people walking across the street?
oh my God, that video is
was amazing, yeah.
unbelievable. That was what was it like a pregnant
Pushing a
woman or
stroller.
Stroller.
Drunk driver's just flying toward her, and a car comes through on a green
Yeah.
and stops this drunk driver going through the red from hitting these walkers in the crosswalk. Just
Which they would have done for sure. It's like
Oh.
God's hand came down and went, not this one.
Yeah.
Like, dude, incredible.
Yeah.
I got into a car accident over the weekend, by the way.
really.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I was driving and kind of coming back from getting my hair cut and kind of touch and go because it was late. So I'm in rush hour. And as I'm going down 12 Mile, coming back home, all of a sudden this fucking car's coming because it's like, can I get in the left lane and make up and run past everybody? And I thought about it, but there was a car coming and I was like, nah, not chancing it. Someone else tried and was like, speeds up and then realizes they're going to get fucking plowed and then locks them up, turns the wheel and boom, right into the back of my truck. Her fucking light is blown the fuck out. Bumper's dented, and I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this. Not today. Nope. And I just kind of looked at her, and she looked at me, and I was just like, if you just keep driving, I'll keep driving. I never stopped, never pulled over, nothing. And she just finally, she was just like, okay, and just fucking took off with
It
her
was
light
good on her. It was
blown out.
Better for her, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I get home, and I'm like, that's a pretty big impact.
Nothing.
Not a fucking mark.
Nary a scratch.
She must have slid under my truck bumper and nary a scratch, dude. Nothing. But I was glad to see that her light was blown the fuck out. You see that orange and red plastic laying on the road.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
some guy was a dick right there. Yep. Well, that dick stuff is all over the street,
Yeah, I saw this one. This is
dude.
a truck crashing through a gas station. This was in Michigan, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a Brandon Township BP gas station. 2:00 in the morning, and then he yanks the license plate off, and then
Takes off.
yeah, it's like, where do you
I
think
mean,
you're going, sir?
Though, I mean,
It's better than nothing,
I
right?
guess you gotta do.
You're about to
some-
flee the
Dude,
scene.
If you're
Might as
sitting
well
there,
take the license plate with you.
if you're
Yeah.
sitting there in your head and you just I mean, because look what he does. I mean, dude, he full on just drills a gas station drunk.
he
You gotta
fucking-
do something, man.
I mean, they're just going to go in the glove box and grab your information.
Well, I mean, that's
it's
what I
not
would do
like
too, though. I would
the
grab
VIN
all that.
number. I mean, it's all there.
Oh, I know.
Really, it's a moot point taking a license plate. But
I know.
It's actually pretty quick thinking is the point, though. I mean, the dude's drunk enough to go plowing into a gas station. He thought to, you know what? I'm going to try
Yeah.
grabbing the license.
how do we go into a gas station at 100 miles an hour, 230 minutes? Like, how does that happen?
You miss a turn.
Is that what it is? You miss a turn, you go,
Oh, shit, I was supposed to turn there.
and then what? We
Can't
just
make
decide
it.
to floor it?
You can't make it. Yeah, you couldn't make the turn, and
Yeah.
you're drunk. You're drunk.
Yeah. Well, I know, but
That is
boy, oh
something
boy,
that's
gas
honestly,
stations smash up proper. When something flies into a gas station, it really fucks things up inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can run into a restaurant and you'll blow a booth out. You know, you'll bust through a wall. But gas stations explode.
I think the little pigs made this one out of twigs.
Yeah, maybe. This guy
There we go,
huffed and
he's
puffed
just-
and blew the whole thing down. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, it's go. He should be
Oh,
here.
he's coming. He's
Yeah.
coming.
I always thought, by the way, right now. Think about this right now.
Oh, shit.
Everything's technically okay still. Like,
Everything's fine. Look at that couple sitting over there to the north of
and then
them.
it's just like right now, somehow he could have stopped it. He might get it, whatever. But it's not going to be this.
Oh,
Look at these guys like,
Oh,
what do we do
man.
here? What is the play here? And what do you do? Do you get involved or you just go like, I'm avoiding that shit?
I mean, you call 911 and then, God, you're going to have to stay there, though, then. Ugh.
Do you? Or do you have to stay there? You got to
What if
give
you-
them a statement?
I don't.
Let's go inside and see what the young man's up to.
wow.
I think then they have.
See? I mean, you could have just killed fucking...
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I mean, that
Yeah,
thing
let's
could
see
have
the
been
inside.
packed with people. Yeah, he takes a little tumble once he rips that plate off.
Why is it a dick?
Look at the inside of that.
Yeah.
We
See
saw
what I mean?
we saw the Malik McDowell fight the other day. This
Yeah.
is a little bit worse.
It is. I mean, it's...
Twinkies strewn about.
Oh.
He had a bunch of shit in the bed of his truck, of course, too. So that's all
Yeah.
strewn about.
Now, was that
Period.
gas station selling that tire to the left, or was that in his truck, probably?
Guessing that was in his truck. Look at him yanking.
Yeah, I got to get this off here.
Seriously, I like the stick-to-itiveness. Stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah, look at him. He's
you
like,
know?
oh, God.
He's like, I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to get away. I'm going to get away.
They're going to be here any minute.
forgot in your mind
once it
right
breaks. there you go, bud.
I'm out. I'm safe. Yeah, they'll never find me.
In your head right there, like,
Wouldn't you grab at least a candy bar or water or something on the way out? Like, dude, honestly,
I know,
that's
you
a
just
whole
bought
insurance
the whole
claim.
place.
Yeah.
he needs to be a little, like, he was in a hurry to get the, shit. He was in a hurry to get the license plate off, but he wasn't really in a hurry to walk out.
Act natural,
He's drunk.
man.
He's drunk.
Act natural. What? I didn't see anything. I was just coming out of the restaurant or out of the gas
Someone
station.
else. Someone else drove that.
Dude. So leaving the scene of an accident's a problem, but if you can avoid a DUI, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
you can't prove he's drunk from
Yeah,
that.
you see it all the time. You know, stuff abandoned on the side of the road. You're just like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
tires off. It's halfway in the ditch. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what happened there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because then right later, I mean, I'm sure this one, he probably got fucked. Did he end up getting caught or whatever? But-
No, as far as I know, that they were asking for the public's help in identifying him.
So,
I
like,
don't know.
technically, if they don't find him, could he just, I mean, he could just make, he
Oh
could
no,
say
they'll
he-
find him and
Well,
arrest him for.
but he
leaving
won't be
the
able to
scene
get a
of an
DUI,
accident.
right?
They'll hit him with all sorts of
Yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah,
Destruction
they
of
they
shit.
will. But yeah, dude, I think if you can get away, like, don't go home because they're gonna know who you are in 15 minutes, right? They're gonna go to that truck. They're gonna know exactly who this dude is, and then they'll show up at his house. You don't want to be shit facing your own bed. Sleep it off under a pine tree somewhere.
Yeah, there's just no escaping this situation. If you
Right.
beach it just off on the side of the road somehow and your car's not running,
Right.
it's inoperable, yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Beat it.
Go sober up and then, I don't know.
Yeah,
Ran out of gas and rolled down the ditch.
Yeah, it depends too if there's someone hurt inside. Like,
Oh,
who
of
knows
course,
what
big
that,
of
what
course.
that
I'm just
attendant is.
suggesting you're a lone dude driving home.
Oh yeah, no. Believe
the
me,
hell out of there.
I get it, of course. Yeah, walk somewhere, call a buddy, but call an Uber. Yeah, they're gonna know who he is. He's gonna get hit with some real problems. But anyways, it's just remarkable the damage.
I know.
It's remarkable. It's like that one we were watching in that restaurant the other day. Remember that truck came hauling ass in? We don't know
There he goes.
how.
There he goes. Oh,
Look at that.
yeah. There's just a
It's-
couple metal frames there around the door, and
Yeah.
you know,
A lot of racks with
No
canyon
match.
ships on it.
no match for a 2003 Ford Ranger.
No. he really went in at the right angle. I mean, he could have taken that pole out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Structurally, he probably did the right thing.
and the BP just gave up immediately. The window and everything was just like, oh God, fold, fold. Oh God. All right, what do we got for email, Jay?
We do have some email. Hey, get a 2-pack of My Pillows premiums for $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow. It's the lowest price ever offered on podcast, radio, or TV. This offer is only available at mypillow.com. Of course, you must use TDC code for that discount.
Go to the radio deals too up at the top.
Yeah.
It's always got great radio
Dog
specials.
beds, geezers,
Geezer sheets half off.
all sorts of stuff.
Geezer pillowcases half off.
Yeah.
And our code works for all of those. There's specifically specials for guys like us. So
TDC.
yeah, TDC is the code.
Nick writes in concerning free NFL games. Mike, listen up. Sup, fag, says Nick. Listened to an old episode today while driving and heard Mike bitching about paying for NFL games. If you want to watch your beloved 49ers for free, just DuckDuckGo NFL Reddit streams. Here, you can get any game for free, just with a 2-minute delay. That's the only trick. It can be tricky to get the game to work.
Yeah,
but
that's the
reply if
problem.
you're intrigued on a tutorial. So it sounds like Nick has figured it out.
One thing I can promise you, I don't get Reddit. I don't get 4chan or H. I can't figure out what the fuck they're doing.
Stay off 8chan, will you?
Why? What's 8chan?
Isn't that the totally racist one?
Oh, it is?
Don't try to get 8chan.
I didn't even know it was a thing until it was like, oh yeah, 8chan. And I'm like, I go to 4chan and it's, because there's threads about us in there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Or Reddit threads. I'm like, I can't figure this out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where it starts, where it ends,
Yeah,
where
I'm
it's
not
going.
I'm not a Reddit user either. However, if there's free games on there, Mike, it sounds like all you have to do is jimmy it. Maybe hold the rabbit ears just so.
Doesn't work.
Stand
like
on
you
one
think.
leg.
Yeah, it's got fucking Japanese subtitles on the bottom or something. It's always something. It's not in high def.
Yeah, the last time I
can only
fucked with
watch it on
stuff
your
like
phone.
this, I don't have cable, and I haven't for many years. And before I got YouTube TV, I had that high def antenna, and I literally had a step ladder in my living room.
Sweet pie, get up on the ladder.
Honest to God,
Yeah.
I was like, hold it there. No, just hold it there, and it would barely come. And I'm like, what am I doing, man?
Yeah.
What am I freaking doing?
Yep.
And that's the worst to try to watch a game like that because.
Or it cuts out for no reason for
Fuzzy.
8 minutes in the middle of it,
Yeah.
and you can't get it. Yeah, it just
With what's available now and the manner that you can watch, to just save a few bucks to go to Reddit. I don't know.
Well, I
don't know,
know-
Nick. I know. I would barely do that. And I know Mike would never do that.
fuck no. It's the I don't like I feel like I should be able to buy individual games. I don't care about the other 50 games you have on. I don't care about your highlights channel and your red zone channel. I just want to watch the Niner games. Charge me $50 like you would if I was going to the stadium. $50 a game. You know what I mean? Let me buy those 8 games or whatever.
I wonder how many people would do that.
I don't know. I probably just made my bill way more expensive than my actual DirecTV
Yeah, you
one.
could probably get them really way cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Dave writes in concerning Cobra Kai, Podcast Heroes and E. If you want to know what happened after Karate Kid, you should watch the Cobra Kai series. See, I've seen that pop up on our YouTube.
Yeah.
Suggested things, and I've always thought, oh, this must be some goofy thing that some Joe Blow made, and it's one of these fan kind of videos. People do that with Star Wars stuff all the time. You think it's going to be the real trailer, you click on it, it's some dude, made up his own movie using scenes from other movies. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, they're
Some
doing that a lot,
fanboy
by the way.
Yeah. So that's what I thought Cobra Kai was, but apparently
No, it's a series.
It's not. Yeah, it's a YouTube TV original. So if you subscribe to the paid service, you already have access to the series. I've got it.
We have that. Yeah.
Even if you don't subscribe, there are times when episodes are released for free. It is well done and worth watching, in my opinion.
I've
says Dave.
heard.
Watch it in order. No skipping around. That's the key.
So who's in it? Johnny and
Who?
is the Cobra Kai?
Who?
I don't know.
leader?
Isis, help us
I
out.
saw-
Cobra Kai.
I saw a trailer for this, dude. It's got like Johnny's kid
Danielson
and
in it?
Danielson's. Yeah, they still don't get along or something. Their kids are in the karate class together or some shit.
Yeah, that looks like Danielson and Johnny.
Yeah, I think it is. Dude.
Silhouette.
Go to the trailer at the top. E, give us a minute of the trailer.
Cobra Kai.
Official trailer, right there, right there.
$1984. Who can forget this moment?
Put him in a body bag,
It's
Johnny.
indefensible. Boom! Yes. We're told that was an illegal kick, but
Totally.
34 years later. Is that Johnny on the
Yeah,
floor,
I think it
drunk?
is.
Oh my gosh, Mike has fallen.
Who is it?
Opens his
Banzai!
flip
Daniel
phone.
LaRusso here for LaRusso Auto. We are
yeah, he's a
shopping prices
party
on all of our inventory.
No way.
Hell yeah.
This is
I
for
knew it
real?
was you. This is Johnny Lawrence. He and I go way back. Oh, this is a guy whose ass you kicked. Well, if you want to get technical, I kicked his face.
Even on it.
Yeah.
Where you going, Tommy? Oh, I didn't know you guys were trying to buy beer.
Hey! Watch your car, man. Get the hell out of here, loser.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Yes!
Oh,
Go,
hell yeah.
Lawrence!
Oh.
Was that like Taekwondo or something? It's karate.
It's like riding a bike,
Do you
huh?
think you could teach me?
Oh my gosh.
I'm driving home from work yesterday, and in this strip mall, I see... After 30 years, I thought that guy might have changed, but he's still the same prick. I heard you beat up a bunch of teenagers.
I didn't beat up any teenagers. I kicked the crap out of a bunch of assholes who deserved it.
Thinks he can bring Cobra Kai back to the valley? No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
gosh, this is for real.
Yeah.
You want those kids at school to keep dumping things on your head? You want all the girls to think you're a wangless dork? You're gonna be
Yeah.
a karate teacher? No. I'm gonna be your
Sensei.
Wow.
Strike first, strike hard. No mercy. Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you the style of karate that was taught to me. A method of fighting your pansy ass generation desperately needs.
Okay, let's see what you got.
She's a girl.
And?
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Kicked his ass.
Girl's a natural cobra.
What do you think? E?
I've never even seen Karate Kid, so.
Really? So
First,
how does
first order of business eases?
that's Danielson putting his fucking bandana on again.
Totally
That looks
Danielson.
good.
It's
Why is
totally Johnny.
Why? No, I know, but why is Danielson taking issue with this? Guy opens a legit karate.
It's called a
facility.
teaser, Mike. We've been teased.
I need to know.
I know.
I kind of want to watch it a little bit.
Sort of me too.
You know what I mean?
But there's no way in hell I'm going to commit to that.
I know. What if I give it a few episodes and go, dude?
Just tell me the storyline.
You have to watch this. Because I think it's going to be so fucking cheesy that
Dave says it's really good.
he does.
Dave says it's well worth the watching. Do we believe Dave?
Typically, I
Well
wouldn't-
worth the watching.
Now, what? Dave's going to have to give us a list of other things that he is definitely thinks.
Well worth the watching. We need,
Yes.
We need context, Dave.
Yeah. So we go. Okay, this guy's watching fucking reruns of.
Well, if I were Dave
whatever
at this
all
point,
day.
I would just, he knows what you guys watch, so he could just make on that list.
Why
Just
would
be
you
like-
even drop that in his ear, asshole? I want Dave's list, not mine or Jay's list.
I would just stick up to you guys and go, oh yeah, the shows I like are, Always Sunny and Silicon Valley and
Does that start tonight, by the way?
I don't even know. I don't have.
Can you reach out to HBO E and see if Martin Starr is available?
Sure.
He's been on every year for the last couple
I think
seasons.
you made him mad last time, honestly. Yes.
Why?
Yes, you got
We
political
missed him
with
last year. We
We didn't
missed
get
him last year.
political with
You
him.
did, yeah. Yes, you got a little political. I tell you,
What do you mean?
you went a little bit on some way into politics somehow.
Asking him about politics.
Yeah.
I wasn't like telling him what to do, but I didn't get the impression he was upset with us. Did you, Jay?
I just remember
He
that when
definitely
I
had more fun with us the first time. I think we had him twice.
Well, we need to fix that.
Martin. Save the rest for tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Let's get out of here. And E, reach out to him. I'm serious. That'll bum me out.
I will,
If he's what?
I will.
You honestly don't think?
yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good day, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll join us then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.